everyone, Noelle here. Today I'm gonna do a tutorial on how to play No More Bad Days by This Wildlife. So if you haven't seen it already, about a year or two ago I did a cover of this song and it's one of the most viewed on my channel. Still not, there's people who get millions, but I got a couple thousand and that was really exciting. So I was looking up to see, if there's been any covers since then, and I noticed that one of the top search terms is guitar tutorial. And as far as I know, no one else has put out their transcription of the song, and I transcribed it by looking at the chords that they have on Ultimate Guitar tabs, which I will link in the description below. So basically, I looked at the chords and I listened to it and I figured out what fingerpicking pattern to use to make the cover of it. So it breaks down to about 4 parts. The main riff, the one that opens up the song, and the one that, it's probably the most iconic part of it. And then it goes into the pre-chorus where you have this kind of walk down, and then it just goes into the chorus from there. And then at the very, at the, I don't know what you call it, like the climax of the song, we have this kind of light little thing going on. I'm thinking I might tab it out, and if I do, well, if I do, I will put it in the description, but right now, I've just been doing it from memory. So let's get started. Okay, so the first part, I'm gonna play it through so you can see what it's gonna sound like. That's what we're looking for. It just repeats while you sing the first verses and then the second set of verses. So basically, it's a C chord and then it's a G chord. And it looks a lot more complicated than it is. This note in the G isn't used, and this note in the C is just dropped. But you hear this rhythm on top of it that goes. So to put that together, we use these 2 bass notes, which, that's your C, and you're just going to use these, so it just makes more sense to use your first 2 fingers. And then we can easily, with our ring finger, get into... I went ahead and included this in there just because I feel like it gives me a solid bass, but really it's just these 2 fingers at play. Once you have that, the next part of this main riff is just the same rhythm on the right hand, but with, your G. So then the only note we use from that G is this top one for the back, which we go back and forth from the little rhythm. And then, so how I'm playing that is, this is my G, so just taking this one, and then it's gonna go. So together we have, add that G, and you got the main part of it. Transitioning from that main riff that we hear throughout the song is going to be this little walk down from a G to an E minor. So you got your G and your E minor. So all they do is just, and you're going to be picking the next 3 strings over with your ring, middle, and pointer, and it just, this is how part 2 is going to sound. We start from our little walk down that we just learned. So you're going to go straight into an E minor, and the chord progression goes E minor, D, B minor, and then this is a C. I don't know how to call it. It looks like a little C/G. I have the chords on Ultimate Guitar tabs for reference. Then notice I don't play a D like this like you normally would. I bar these top 3 strings on the 2nd fret and then place that, because it makes it just exponentially easier to transition from that to the B minor. And a full B minor, as you know, is this. But since we're only using the thumb and then these 3 fingers and doing that back and forth kind of pattern, all we need is just those 4 notes. So we switch from our D to just that. And all you do is add these 2 fingers on top. And put together, you just run through that. It just takes a little bit getting used to like how you want the finger style, the picking to sound, and like what you think sounds the best or sounds the most accurate. Actually, that was the pre-chorus. Now we're gonna get into the chorus. So after that, we do one pluck of the 3 on the top, and then we're going into, you know, because my legs are strong, my arms are stretched so long. So for that part, the chord progression is just G and C, again, easy peasy, even easier than the intro was. So we're gonna use our 4 full chord forms this time. We're not doing anything funky and cutting out the rest. And then the picking pattern is gonna look like this. So basically we have our thumb, pointer, thumb, middle, thumb, ring. Sorry, that's a tongue twister. And then thumb, middle, thumb, pointer. So we just do that over and over again. I go from I use the top 3 and then the bottom string for the G chord, and then moving into the C chord, I move my thumb down 1 and keep the top again, just because it's just, I don't know, it sounds weird. It goes, because my legs are strong, my arms are stretched so long, I will always reach for you. Going from our G to our C with this little pinky. And really, it's personal preference. I've been doing it like this, but in my cover that I did before, I actually just did the same picking pattern. I just think it was a personal tweak. I don't remember when it happened. I just like all of a sudden was like, oh, I play it like this now. So now we have our main riff, and then it goes into that pre-chorus with our little walk down, and then our nice full sounding finger picking going on. And we do that one more time, and then it ends on our 1. Then at the bridge of the song, we get to something about sleep. The chord progression's the same as before. It's just C, D, E minor, D, over and over. It's very gentle. And then from that very light, soft, we go right back into those full chords. It's similar to what we did before, just like a little bit tweaked. So we go from our C, which the picking pattern goes like this. When before we were doing, now it just goes thumb, pointer, thumb, ring, thumb, middle, thumb, pointer. Same thing, and I just use these top 3 because after we get through this bridge, then we have the big full sounding chords, and it sounds, I don't know what the word for it is, better. So we're gonna use that same picking pattern for the first like 2 lines of the bridge. So we have so we insist my promise. So it's pretty self-explanatory through that part. Then we have a little baby shift in it where we go. And that's the end of the bridge. Then we go back into our main chorus so we're just going from thumb to middle, thumb to ring. Then finally it ends with a little, which is just thumb, pointer, middle, ring, pointer, middle, thumb. And then we go right back into our big chorus. So that's the gist of it. It's really pretty basic. Once you get down that main riff, everything else is a breeze. So this is my first tutorial. I think this is my first time like really talking on the channel. I've been using this YouTube channel for just kind of like a collection of all the things I've been working on in guitar, so I have them all online in one place. So I've really just kind of been using it for my own thing, but lately I've been thinking I kind of want to start growing this channel a little bit. So if you could, you know, leave a like, comment telling me what you think, ask me questions, whatever, and like subscribe, I would really appreciate that. Help, you know, maybe make this channel a little less than a really sad little baby channel. I think it would be really fun. And generally I find, whereas in a lot of the internet, people tend to be really mean, a lot of people in this musician and guitarist community, everyone is so loving and supportive of each other, and it just makes me feel really good that there's a nice community of people out there who just want to support people and, you know, learn from each other. So yeah, leave a like, subscribe, tell me what you think, and if you have any questions, I'll reply to all the comments below. Thank you for watching. Bye.